Hello to all my viewers. This is Dr. Dhaval Maheta, and today we'll understand how to solve linear programming problem in Excel. Linear program is a mathematical method used to optimize a situation given certain constraints. It involves maximizing or minimizing a linear objective function while satisfying a set of linear equality and inequality constraints. This problem can be represented in tabular form using a matrix format to solve it through various algorithms like the simplex method. So let's take one case study in Excel workbook. We have to produce two kind of cake. One kind of cake requires 200 gram of flour and 25 gram of fat. And another kind of cake requires 100 gram of flour and 50 gram of fat. Find the maximum number of cakes that can be made from 5 kg of flour and 1 kg of fat, assuming that there is no shortage of other. Price of the first kind is 200. Let's make this as a profit, the profit function. So the profit of the first kind is 200 and that of the second cake is 300. Now we want to find out that in what combination cake 1 and cake 2 is made so that we can get the maximum profit. So cake of first kind, cake of second kind, and the availability. So for the first kind, the flour required is 200. For the second kind, the flour required is 100, and the total available flour is 5,000 grams, which is 5 kg. Let's talk about the fats. For cake 1, 25 gram is required. For cake 2, 50 gram is required, and the total available fat is 1000 grams. Let's proceed further. So else the decision variables are that in the cake of first kind, how many quantities should be produced? Cake of second kind, how many quantities should be produced? So to start with, I specify 1 1. What is a profit which I will get from both these cakes? So 200 for first cake, you can see it is there in the problem statement itself, and for the second cake it is 300. So what will be my total profit? It will be B15 into B14 plus the cake of second kind C15 into C14. Enter. Let me expand this. Okay. Now we will specify the constraint variables. 200 is required for the first cake. That is the flour required for the first kind is 200. So the total flour required, if there are let's say two such cakes, then it will be 200 into 2 plus 100 into whatever quantity appears here. So let's write it down here. B70 into the number of quantities which we get plus the 100 into number of quantities. Enter. So it is 300 and the available flour is 5000 kgs. Now what about the fat? So for one cake of first kind, it requires 25 grams. So click here, B18 into the number of quantities plus 50, that is C18 into C40. Enter. Now we want to maximize this, and our equation is 200x. See, 200x plus 100y should be less than or less than or equal to 5000, because the available floor is only 5000. See, this is not the optimal solution. Let me write down here 20. So 4500, still it is in the permissible limits. Let it make this 30. So this solution we cannot have it because the quantity of the flour has increased vis-a-vis to the availability. We have specified 200x plus 1000y should be less than or equal to 5000. The simplified form is 2x plus y less than or equal to 50. For this, 25x plus 50y should be less than or equal to 1000, or the simplified form is x plus 2y less than or equal to 40. And we want that x should be greater than 0 and y should be greater than 0. So no negative values. The solution should not be given in negative. Now we will have to use solver function for this. So how we can use it? We will have to go in File, Options, Add-ins, and here the analysis tool pack is there. Go. And here solver add-in is there. Make sure that the tick mark is there. Click OK. Now go in Data, activate the solver, set the objective. So my objective is to maximize the profit. Where will I get the profit? Here it is. This should be maximized. By changing what? By changing the variable cells. By changing what? So these are the decision variables. I can change this. I will allow this to change. Now I'll have to impose some constraints like add. We'll start with the first constraint, that the floor should be less than or equal to the availability. Press add. The fat should be available. The fat which is required should be less than or equal to the available. Click OK. Make sure simplex LP is on. Press solve and just see the solution which is there is that you should produce 20 first kind of cake and 10 second kind of cake, and the profit which you will get is 7000. And how much flour will be utilized? The flour will be utilized 5000 and fats will be utilized 1000. If you want another solution, you can again click on restore original values. Click OK. And if you want to keep the solver solution, press on the first one. So let me do it again. Press solve, keep solver solution, click OK. And this is 20 and 10. So this was all about how to use linear programming problem in Excel. For more videos on Excel, kindly subscribe to my channel. You can also refer my playlist in which I have uploaded tutorials on data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Please don't forget to like and share my videos. You can also follow me on different social medias. Link given in the description box.